Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry I'm late. Had a few things come up that I had to take care of this morning before the stream started, and I think we're pretty much ready to rock and roll at the moment. We are going to be using a car running about 12.2 today. That's a lobby time that I think most people should be able to tune to, which is normally why we stay in the 12-ish second range, because most people can tune a car to 12.0. Not everybody has cars that run 7 seconds or, 8 seconds. So we try and keep times that most players are able to get into. That way, more people can participate if they want to try to live race me. That just keeps it a little more fair and nice for everybody, in my opinion. So that's why we use these slower cars most of the time. Let me find the game, apply. Let's go ahead and get ready to rock and roll here. I see Yuri. What's going on? Ice Volcano. How you doing? Juan, what's up? CSR2 man. We got Jedi Boss. We got William Marcus. Nice to see ya. Yeah, sorry I'm late. David Shiv. What's up? What's up? Roberto. How are you today? Melon's in the house. We got Goku Vegeta. Nice to see you, buddy. Always good to see ya. William D. We got Driving Me Crazy. Thank you for coming out to my crazy live stream today. And yeah, let's go take the Nissan GTR Skyline R34 thingy dingy into the live racing, and let's go live race it. All right. So Yuri is recording on some other stuff. Cool. Hopefully that goes well. Alright guys, we are in the lobby. So if you want to try to find me, tune a car to 12.2 and get it running 12.2. And there's a pretty good chance you might find my live racing lobby. Now, where is my phone? I do want to open the phone up and get the stream going on my phone. I like to monitor it just to make sure I know that the stream is still running. So I listen to it very quietly in the background just to be sure, because sometimes things get a little bit weird and stuff goes wrong. And yeah. All right. I actually do need to check something really fast. That's a little bit of a problem. Okay. Never mind. Cancel. So I'm going to lose the first race. Bam! I sucked at it. Sorry about that to whoever I was live racing there. That was, that didn't work out very well, did it? CSR man says, can't swap. I got something to do. You got stuff to do. You got stuff to do, so that's okay. Can't win them all. That's what I say. Can't have your cake and eat it too. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying dumb things. I like to say dumb things. Dumb things are fun. Alright, let's see if we can beat this Gamera. More than likely, this thing is going to smoke my pants off. Yeah, Yuri BlueStacks just never really worked that well for me. I've always had a lot of problems with BlueStacks. I use LD Player because for me it's way better. It's very rare that I have LD Player problems, but I have a lot of BlueStacks problems. Oh, come on, game. Are you just going to not let me race anybody or what? This game hates me today, guys. We're supposed to be racing, not sitting around doing nothing. Jeez, game, jeez. I don't know why it doesn't like me. Let's try and go with Kevin W. Hello, Kevin W. How are you today? What is my current favorite song? I don't know. I don't listen to music that much anymore, honestly. One of my favorite bands is called Social Distortion. I don't know if I really have a favorite song, though. I guess one of my favorite songs would be a song called Sorrow by Bad Religion. I don't know why, but I absolutely love that song. Yeah, like bands like Bad Religion, Descendants, The Groovy Ghoulies, punk rock bands you've probably never heard of. Those are my favorites. I like all kinds of music though, but punk rock's my favorite. Yuri, I stream on Streamlabs. It's not an emulator, but that's what I use to live stream to you guys, so. I use OBS Studio to record videos, and I use Streamlabs to stream videos. I have them both set up very differently. That's why I use two different ones. Like when you're live streaming, you got all these bells and whistles and stuff all over it. But if I'm recording, I just want to have as little stuff as possible set up on there. So that's why I use two different programs. This one's got all kinds of junk all over it. The other one's just as clean cut and bare bones as possible. FFDP, what is that? So you like FFDP, you like Godsmack, and you like Kiss. And Disturbed. I don't know what FFDP is. Oh, Five Finger Death Punch. Okay. I'm not really familiar with them. I'll tell you what, Disturbed isn't one of my favorite bands. I don't really get into that type of music. I like rock and roll, but I don't really like that style of rock. But that dude from, man, the dude from Disturbed can freaking sing. He is such a good singer. Not my style of music, but man, he is amazing at singing. Yuri, why are you recording my stream, buddy? YouTube's gonna kick your butt for recording my stream. Now, I do like rock and roll bands more like the Super Suckers and the Backyard Babies. But I never really get too much into like the more metal side of it or the radio rock type of stuff. I don't mind that stuff, but it's just not my preferred type of music, I should say. I can listen to Disturbed and enjoy it, but it's just not my favorite. Ah, the YouTube police are coming to your house right now, Yuri. They are going to arrest you for stream recording. But no, just don't post my stream to YouTube or YouTube will hit you with a copyright strike. They are pretty brutal. Like if they notice you post something that matches one of my live streams or videos, they will copyright strike you. And if you get 3 of those, you will lose your channel. They will delete your channel forever. So, yeah. I don't know why you're recording the stream, but just be very careful doing that. Now, if you like use a 30-second clip out of the stream or something, I don't think they're going to have a problem with it. As long as it doesn't violate the fair use copyright laws. See, I don't mind if you guys take parts of my video as long as you give me credit for it or something, right? If you say, hey, this is a clip from Danny Lightning's video, check him out on YouTube, I would have no issue with it. Alright, Jamie, how's it going today? William Skite, hey, what's going on, buddy? How's your day going? Nice to see you as always. Alright, we're going to do a couple more races here and then back out to the lobby. That way everybody gets a chance to live race me. Yeah. Well, I don't know about everybody, but hopefully a lot of you guys do. That's the one problem with the streams is you never know. I mean, some of you might get a chance, some of you might not, but some of you guys may never find my live racing lobby because the game doesn't have us. The game needs to give us better options to find each other. You know what I mean? William Skype. Say what? I don't understand what you're saying there. Sup, Dad, Bud, yeah, got Nissan new car. I do not follow. Do not follow. Ghost. Yes, you can log into CSR on a different phone. Just don't try to have more than one CSR account on the same phone, or one of them will probably get erased. You could have the same CSR account on 43 different phones and it would be fine, but once you start having more than one account on one phone, when you switch back and forth between accounts, a lot of people find one of them somehow gets erased and they lose it forever. So I've got CSR2 Racing on 2 cell phones. And I've got it on the emulator. So when I log in on one phone, it'll say synchronizing profile. And then when I switch to a different phone, it does the little synchronizing profile again. And I've been doing that for years, so. Okay, so the Viper GTS is not a great car, unfortunately. I don't remember the shift pattern offhand, but I think I do have a video for that. If I don't, somebody else will if you look it up on YouTube, but I think it's a pretty standard shift pattern where you launch, shift into second a little bit early, hit your nitrous, and all the rest of the shifts right before the red line. That's what I remember, but I would go find a video and double check just in case I'm wrong on that one. I mean, it's an okay car to start off with, but you're definitely going to outgrow that car and want to use something else eventually. Jedi, what's going on, buddy? The Tier 2 4C Spider. Manus, I'm actually not sure. I'm not familiar with that car. I don't know if that can or not, actually. I've never driven that car. At least not that I can remember. Gab, how's it going? 4C Spider. 4C Spider. I'm trying to recall if I have any information about that car, but I can't think of anything. So I would say, I don't know. XXI. So that's what, 21 Versta. How's it going? 21 Versta. How's your day? Yeah, I guess somebody's stealing my videos and posting them on TikTok. And they actually went with the name Danny Lightning CSR and everything. They've basically stolen my complete identity. I actually emailed TikTok and told them what was going on. I haven't heard anything back yet, but yeah, somebody's posting TikTok pretending to be me on TikTok, and it's not me. So I hope they take that seriously and get back to me. But yeah, somebody was saying they actually messaged the person on TikTok and said, "Hey, what are you doing? You're stealing somebody else's videos," and that user banned or blocked them, so they can't message them anymore. Manu says TikTok is banned in my country. I think they've been trying or thinking about banning it here in the United States as well. Ark, I did not buy that car. No, I'm not really sure if it's worth spending the gold on. I don't know that much about it, but I don't know. That's a lot of gold to spend on something that may not be that wonderful. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't know what I'm saying. I never know what I'm saying. All right. But yeah, I heard TikTok spies on you. I guess it's full of like. They claim that TikTok spies on you. Does it actually? I have no idea, but that's what they say. All right. Jalen needs help with a 0 to 100 tier 4 car. Now, I do have a video. If you go to my channel and you scroll down and find my playlist, you will find my tuning playlist. That has a video on tuning for 0 to 100 and 0 to 60 races. Now, different cars may respond differently to that, so I would go watch that video. I am going to be making a new updated version of that video sometime soon. But I'm working on making a new updated and improved playlist for my tuning video. So I just made a video on how to tune for crossing the finish line as fast as possible. I'm also going to be doing a sprint race and a speed trap, an updated version of those. So, and I'll probably also have a video on how to figure out how to tune for live racing as well. I'm not sure what else you actually need to tune for. So you got 0 to 60, top speed, live racing, and just crossing the finish line fast. Now, I'm not going to show a down tune shift because a lot of people abuse those, and I'm not down with that. Jaylene says, any recommendations, the car has to have 630. Are you talking about 630 performance points? You acquire that by refitting different stage parts onto your car. So let's say you have a car that's maxed out and it needs 630. You might need to put your transmission down to like stage 4, your tires on stage 3. You might need to put the body on stage 1. You got to refit the different parts to meet those requirements. And then try to tune the car for the specific thing that you're doing with it, which will be different compared to depending on which car you're using. Hopefully that's helpful right there, but yeah. It's all about finding the right combination of parts to fit. So my advice would be this. Put your tires, all right? Put your tires on stage 3. Put your transmission on stage 4. Put your nitrous on stage 3. Fit all the other parts back to stock. And then kind of add a couple of other parts until you hit that number. Hopefully that helps. I don't know if that'll be helpful or not, but I hope it is. Alright, so we're going to go back out to the lobby and let somebody else get a chance to race me. So thank you for the races. Ice volcano, is that something in a different language? I would say don't say it, because if you don't know what that means, don't say it, because that could be some curse words or something. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't know what it means, don't type it, don't say it. It could be anything. All right. I got a headache. There's Guy. He's also in the IROC. Supercell, what's going on? I said it's like Joe Mama. Oh, okay. Joe Mama. Joe Mama's glass is so thick when she looks at the map, she sees people waving. That's my favorite Yo Mama joke. Short circuit? What are you talking about, buddy? Who said that? Man. You know, I haven't felt good for like 2 weeks. I still don't feel very good. I don't know if it's been 1 week or 2 weeks, but I feel like crap, guys. I don't like it. I don't like it much at all. Oh, short circuit. I don't know. I don't think I pronounce certain things correctly sometimes. But I do talk into my phone, and sometimes when I say racist, it types out racist. So sometimes it types the wrong thing. So maybe I say it funny sometimes, but I don't know. I think I have a small speech impediment, because there's about 1 billion things where I'm like, oh man, I said that properly, but when I hear myself say it back on a video, I realize I pronounced it funny. Ark, I don't know, buddy. I just haven't felt good. My throat's kind of sore. Miguel, how's it going? Short circuit says they sound the same. Well, pretty close, but still. They are very close, but not quite the same. Alright. I don't remember if it's my turn to win or lose, so I'm going to slow down. All right. Miguel, what's going on, buddy? Awesome to see you as always. How's your day going today? All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. I like the red interior on this blue car. I don't know why, but I like it. To me, that looks pretty nice. To you, I don't know if it looks nice or not. But to me, I'll say that's very pretty. Pretty ugly. Ha 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 ha. All right. Short Circuit says it looks very nice. Supercell says something about a Regera. I'll tell you what, Regeras are very nice cars. Like, I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to with the Regera, but it is a very, very nice car. Manu says, your mama's so dumb that it took her 9 months to make a joke. Man, that's rough. Oh, nice, Miguel. That sounds like fun. He said it was his son's birthday and they went on a yacht. Very cool. Hope you enjoyed that. That sounds super fun. Some of the best Tier 2 cars. So my favorite Tier 2 cars would be the Porsche Boxster or the Mazda Miata Rocket Bunny. Both of those are amazing Tier 2 cars. I like them a lot. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in Tier 2 that I can really think of that I like a lot. I don't know, but those are my favorites. Those ones are super good. The Aston Martin DB. You know, most of the Aston Martins really aren't that wonderful in this game. I think there's a couple good ones, but most of them are just kind of so-so cars. So unfortunately, I don't like the majority of the Aston Martins. Alright, I think after this one, we'll go back out to the lobby. The 300 SL, that's a Mercedes, right? I don't really care for that one. So most Tier 1 and Tier 2, most of the Tier 1 and Tier 2 cars aren't really that great. Okay, so the LB Works NSX, that wouldn't be one of my best choices. So, William D, are you live racing that car? And if you are you winning pretty much every live race with it? If you say yes, then it might be worth a leading. But if you say no, then it's not worth a leading. I think there's probably better live racers out there than that one. So that wouldn't be one of my first choices. Hey, Diamond Dave, how's it going? So yeah, Diamond Dave, a lot of us make the mistake of trying to rush through these things, right? I did the same thing. So when I first started the game, I was trying to get through all the boss races as quickly as possible, get all the elite license done, and what you want to do is get a really good live racing car, because once you elite something, it gets a respect point bonus. And once you join a bigger crew that earns a bunch of prizes and has like RP limits and whatnot, You want to elite some really good live racing cars. That way you can live race with that car and earn extra prizes and points for your crew. So if you just elite license any old thing, you're wasting your elite license. You'll be totally wasting the respect point bonus that you get. So I don't suggest just using anything. I think that's a really bad idea. More than likely, at some point, you're kind of going to regret it and say, man, I wish I would have elated some really good live racing cars. JP, who kicked you out? Say what now? Alright, FC says, I have a glitch during the Donna Banks introduction where it says it gives me a free rare part, but it says to tap the free button, but it doesn't work. Man, I don't know what to tell you about this one. When I did the Donna Banks challenge, it was probably about 6 years ago. I actually remember very little about it because it was so long ago. I don't remember getting any free parts, but what you might need to do if you're having a glitch like that is contact game support and let them know what's going on. Maybe send them a screenshot of, what you're supposed to get and say, hey, this just isn't working. I cannot get this free part. And see what support does. Maybe support will fix you up somehow. Supercell says, I made some bad decisions for my elite license back when I was a noob. Yeah, I elated some of the worst cars possible, and I regret it. I wish I would have known better. FC, I wish I had a better answer for you, but normally when you're having a glitch like that, there's not normally workarounds. Normally you just have to contact the game support and see if they can fix it for you, because normally you're not able to fix glitches yourself. Supercell says, when I get glitches like that, I open the account on a second device and it normally fixes the glitch. That's interesting. Half Gaming, how's it going? But I've actually never heard anything like that before, so that's really interesting if that's the case. Swazzy, what's going on? How do you get good at the game? Well, you just got to learn about it and play a lot, basically. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see playlists. I've got like the CSR2 Basics Guide, the CSR2 Guide / Tutorial, the car review guide, the tuning guides, the this guide, the that guide. So if you go find my playlist, we cover almost everything in the game. So more than likely, there's a bunch of videos in those playlists that will help you learn what you need to know to become a better player. This game has a lot to it. So when I first started this game, I had a million questions and nobody could answer any of them. And eventually, once I really got a hang of it and knew what I was doing, I started making YouTube videos. Because nobody could answer anything. So it took me about 8 or 9 months to really get the full grasp on this game, because when it comes to like live racing and tuning cars and all the weird stuff you need to learn, there's a lot. There is a lot to it. Half Gaming, this game is on iOS and Android. There's no PC version of the game. Unfortunately, if you're not getting those events on your map, I think your account probably has the glitch where some players are not seeing events. Now, the game maker is aware that there's a glitch and they're working on fixing it, but unfortunately, we don't know how long that's going to take. The only other thing you can do is check to see if there's an update for your game and make sure you're on the newest update, because if you're not on the newest update, you won't get the new events. So the first thing is go to your Google Play Store, your App Store, type in CSR2 Racing and see if it shows an update. If not, then unfortunately you probably have the glitch. I mean, the only thing you could do at that point is contact game support, but more than likely they're just going to tell you, we already know there's a problem and we're working on it. But it can't hurt to contact them anyways. Now, some players have tried to uninstall and reinstall the game, and a few people say that fixed it for them, but other players say that that didn't help them at all, so that's always something you could try. But if you do delete the game, always write down your player ID first, just in case something goes wrong. That way, if your account ever does get erased, you have your old player ID to help them restore it. Now, I've deleted the game many times and reinstalled it, and I've never had an issue, but some people mess up somehow and they do lose an account, so always write down your player ID just to be safe. So uninstalling and reinstalling, there's a very small chance that could fix something for you, but more than likely it won't. Swazzy, you're welcome, buddy. Now, if you do see somebody playing on a PC, it's because they have a program on the PC that allows them to play Android games on the PC. But yeah, this game only has iOS and Android versions. But I use something called LD Player, which allows me to play my Android games and apps on my PC. Which is great if you're a YouTuber. I mean, a game like this, if I'm not doing YouTube stuff, I just play it on my phone. But for making videos and live streams, I want to do it off of the PC when possible, because it just makes life easier. It makes life way easier. Ah, so Supercell says an OTA update fixed it. I don't know what OTA means, actually. What does OTA stand for? I've heard people talking about OTA updates, but I don't know what that is. I'm not very good with abbreviations. They mess me up. Over the air update. Okay. David Shiv, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I'm glad that fixed it for you, though. That's awesome. Three, 2, 1, go. But I do hope that they get that fixed for everybody sometime soon, because that's a really weird thing to be happening. One thing I don't understand about this game is when there's glitches, some people have it, some people don't. It's really strange that glitches are so, like, scattered all over the place. Person A has one glitch, person B has another glitch, and person C has a different glitch, you know? It's crazy. It's super crazy. Alright. Alright. We got Max the Gamer. What's up, my man? If you guys aren't familiar with Max, he's got another really nice YouTube channel where he does a lot of CSR racing videos and some other stuff as well. Yeah, the cars dueling wheelie glitch was amazing. That was seriously the best glitch we've ever had. That was hilarious. I loved it. Everybody loved it. It was the dumbest, craziest thing ever, but it was just so funny. I mean, usually when you get glitches, you're just like, oh no, a glitch. That one, everybody was like, yes, this is awesome. This is the best glitch ever. But yeah, that was just unbelievably funny. It didn't really interfere with gameplay. It was just a really crazy visual glitch. I remember if you did enough races, the driver would start coming out of the bottom of the car because the body lifted up so high. That was insane, actually. Max says, it's funny when a Civic hatchback did a wheelie. I guess it would be possible if they converted it to rear-wheel drive. Meshri, how's it going? He says, what setup, please? I'm going now. Say what, my friend? I'm a little confused by that one. Are you leaving the stream? If so, have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. And it looks like Melon disconnected. Holy moly crap, holy. Melon, where'd you go? Mr. Melon! Oh no! He's gone, guys. He's gone. He's gone. Melon broke the game. Melon broke the game, guys. Man, Melon broke it. Alright, we got Bed Pit. What kind of a weird name is that? Bed Pit? That's a really strange name. Alright, we'll race him though. Alright, Bed Pit, let's race. Let's race indeed. Short Circuit says Pee-wee. Oh no, they beat me. They beat me. No! I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that at all. I just got beat by Bed Pit. That's crazy. Alright. Is that supposed to be like Brad Pitt? I'm not sure. Is that one of you guys? I don't know if it is or not, but if so, please explain the name. We would like to know what that's about, because that's definitely different. That is very different. Supercell says, I wonder how many celebrities play the game. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's at least a few out there that like cars. They're like, hey, let's get on CSR2 Racing. Now, if you were a celebrity, would you use your real name? That's the question. Or would you call yourself something different just so people didn't really know it's you? Or would you be like, hey, They'll never know it's me. They'll just think it's somebody impersonating me. Haha. Yeah, you know Jay Leno, he could very well play this. That's a good thought, actually. He loves cars. Hard to say, though. Half Gaming says, David Shiv, do you have it? And is it a good upgraded? I won a while back, but not sure if I want to grind the upgrades for it. 918 Spider Weissach package. Is that the tier 3 car? No, that's not tier 3. Ryan says, is this your fastest car? No, definitely not. On the live racing streams, I tend to use slower cars. That way people can try to find me, because not everybody has fast cars that plays. I don't think the tier 5 Porsche is that wonderful, honestly. Unfortunately, most of the Porsches in this game aren't that great. I think at one time there was a 918 Spider that did really well, but I don't think it's going to be one of the better cars in the game at the moment. Like, personally, I don't think I would put too many resources into that car. Best way to gain elite points. Unfortunately, it's going to be do elite tuners events and lots of showdown racing. Alright, he disconnected. Unfortunately, he disconnected. That's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Oh man, that car kicked my butt, guys. Half Gaming, have a great day. Emperor, I don't understand, my friend. He says, I upgraded all my tier 5 cars in less than a day. How is that thanks to me? That would take a lot of game cash. I don't know how many tier 5 cars you had, but I mean, it takes like 7 million game cash, so you must have had a lot saved up, huh? Alright, now I've lost track of what was going on here. Ah, so you saved up your resources and you had 100 million saved up. Yeah, managing resources is extremely important. A lot of people don't do it, and honestly, I think it's something everybody should do. Everybody should learn to manage resources properly. I mean, it makes life a lot easier, I would say. Back before I managed my resources, yeah, it was really hard to get anywhere in this game. But if you do everything right and you manage those things properly, you know, life is way better. Way better. Oh, what just happened? Oh, okay. I think something's wrong with my phone. Oh, Supercell, have a great day, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later. Nice having you on the stream, but yeah. See you later. John, I'm doing good, bud. How about yourself? Alright, so I gotta get some gas here. Let's go back out to the lobby and give somebody else a chance to race me. Lobby, here we go. Oh, we got Stacks Fetty with his oh, it's not gonna let us race, is it? There we go. No, that's Brad. That's Bed Pit again. Hold on. Hold on. There's Wife Swap. Let's race Wife Swap. Alright, we are wife swapping it, guys. We are wife swapping. Not really, but yeah. Three, two, one, go. Yeah, this is a pretty decent live racing car. I like this car, guys. I like the way this car looks. I like the way this car drives. It's just all around a really nice car. Looks good, drives good, just a very nice one. Alright, are you going to challenge me back? Are you going to challenge me back or not? Hey, are you there? Are you there? Guess not. Alright, back to the lobby. Alright, we found Melon again. Very cool. Yeah, I did get the Javelin on Friday's live stream. I got the Javelin. I used my maxed out Super Mark IV to get it. It wasn't super easy, but it wasn't super hard, I guess. Like at first I was missing like 4 or 5 pink fusion parts on the car, so I pulled them off of other cars, put them on, and then bam, I was able to do it. Emperor says I have 5 fully maxed cars. Nice, nice. Yeah, the GR Supra and the Mark IV Supra are both super nice cars, so those are really good ones. Those are 2 of my favorite cars in the game. I like both of those cars a lot. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They is very good. Walter says, what comes after Tempest 3? Well, that depends if they ever bring it out, but we're waiting on Tempest 4 to come out. They've been telling us Tempest 4 would come out. They've been telling us that for years, and we still haven't seen it, so we don't know if it's ever going to come out or not. I'm kind of starting to think, no, we're never going to see Tempest 4, but we don't know for sure. But you know, they started coming out with the Elite Tuners events, the Legends events, and everything else. So I think they're mainly focusing on events they think are going to make them money compared to something like Tempest 4 that probably won't make them any money. So I really don't think we're ever going to see it, which sucks because I would really like it to come out. But yeah, I don't think it's ever going to. Ark says, coming soon in 5023. That sounds about right. '9023 is probably more like it. Never 23. 2020 never is when that's coming out. 2020 never. That's what you can tell people when they ask, well, where is it at? Well, it doesn't exist. Oh, man. I got the yawns again. I hate that I'm always so tired, guys. I apologize, but I am always tired, and that sucks. I got the yawns, and I'm always tired. So I've been up for about... I've been awake for about 7 hours. I think I got up about 4 a.m. this morning. It might have been 5 a.m. I don't know if I got up at 4 or 5, but it was somewhere in that ballpark. Yeah, I got up, sat down, recorded a couple of videos for my other channels. Then when I was done with that, something came up that I had to take care of, and then I started live streaming as soon as I was done with that, and bam, here we are. Here we are. We are here. I think. Pretty sure we're here. I mean, I guess we could be somewhere else, but I believe we're here, right? Maybe, kinda. We're somewhere. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know who you are. What's going on? What is that car? What's he driving? Where am I? Who am I? I think I am lost. Oh, he got me in that crazy Ferrari thingy dingy. Well, wasted. How's it going? I'm surprised that car beat me. What is that? That's what car is that exactly? The FXX Evo. I don't think I've ever seen that car before, honestly. I've never seen anybody driving this thing. That's pretty interesting. That's really interesting, yeah. Check it out. Check it out, check it out, check it out. I'll tell you what, the Elite Tuner's Corvette is a very fast car. I like almost all of the Elite Tuner's cars except for the BRZ and the Ford. I think the rest of them are all good in their own way, but those two suck. I don't know why they made the BRZ and the Ford crappy. I don't know why they would do such a thing. But yeah, I mean, they made those where they're basically turd tacos. Don't take some really cool cars and turn them into turd tacos. You know what I mean? Why would they do that? Oh well. There's a lot of really cool cars in real life that aren't really that cool in this game, so I mean, I guess what it is what it is, but I wish they would make the really good cars in real life really good in the game. Some of them are really, really bad in the game. I mean, I get every car can't be the best car in the game, but at least make them decent, right? If it's a cool car in real life, it should be a cool car in the game. And not just look cool. Like, I mean, looking cool is nice and all, but I don't know. I just feel like they should do some of these cars different. Max says it's not that bad, but not great. I have it. It's decent. Evo in the lobby, making it viable. Thank you, Max. GCRZ, how's it going? Yes, you can play this game without spending any money. You just won't be able to do the bigger events that cost money to get all the cars and parts. I played this game for years without spending a dime. And then eventually, every once in a while, when they came out with a car that I liked, maybe I would buy it. Like, so I've been playing this game for about 7 years. And when I look at the amount of money that I spend on the game, it comes out to maybe $50 a year. So you don't have to spend money if you don't want to, but you can get a lot of cool stuff by spending money that you couldn't get without it. But this game has a little bit of everything for everybody. The game has free-to-play stuff or paid stuff, basically. Alright, so Ice, the F12 will get you through the first Tempest and the second Tempest, but it will not get you through the third Tempest. So it's not really one of your better choices for using for Tempest, just because it can't do all of them. Now, I actually used mine for the first and second Tempest, and Tempest 3 I used the Lamborghini Huracan with 1 star. Alright, so we'll do a couple more races here, then back out to the lobby so somebody else gets a chance. So Ice, if you're trying to do Tempest, the majority of tier 5 cars in the game can do it if you have enough parts. Now, some of the slower cars that only have 1 star or 3 stars or something like that, those ones are going to struggle. But any tier 5 car that's got 4 or 5 stars will probably be able to beat Tempest no problem as long as you put enough parts on it. So, I mean, that's really the trick, is getting enough parts to make it happen. Now, a lot of people will get the Tier 5 Toyota Supra GR from Elite Tuners because eventually you get that for free, and that's one of the better cars in the game that you can get easily. Some people use that to make Elite, some people use it to beat all the bosses, so it's kind of personal preference how you do it there. John, have a great day, buddy. It was nice having you on the stream. Catch you later. Ford F-150 STV Raptor. I don't like the Raptor too much. Yeah, I don't like the BRZ TS, and I don't like the F-150 so much. Whoops. Oh, well. I waited too long. Abroar. Let's go race. So when you beat the Elite license, it'll give whatever car you run with it a respect point bonus. So when you win a live race or something, that car will now win additional respect points. So you want to elite really good live racing cars. That way you earn extra points to help your crew earn more prizes and whatnot, because you want to earn as much RP as possible from live racing if you're a live racer. So if you elite a car that's not good at live racing, you're kind of wasting the bonus on a crappy car. Joe Graham, how's it going, buddy? So there is a lot to this game. I know it's just a drag racing game, but there is a lot to it. Like a lot. So my best advice for you is go to my YouTube channel and you're going to scroll down and you're going to see a bunch of playlists. I mean, you'll find a tuning playlist, a Tempest guide, a Legends guide, a Elite Tuners guide, a playlist for how to drive different cars and car reviews. We pretty much have playlists that cover almost everything in the game, so you'll find pretty much everything you need to know in those playlists. It's actually amazing how complicated this game actually is. But when I first started playing this game, I had a lot of questions and nobody could answer any of them. So after I've been playing the game for like 8 or 9 months, I had a really good grasp on how everything worked. And then I started making YouTube videos for the game. But one of the things I want to point out, though, is learn to manage your resources properly. If you don't need to upgrade a car, don't upgrade it. Make sure the car is worth upgrading, for one. Because there's a lot of cars in this game that suck, and there's a lot of cars that are really good. Some of the cars that suck, you would be surprised because they're really cool cars in real life. If you don't need the car for an event or something like that, sometimes it's worth just letting it sit in your garage, because you're not going to make enough game cash in the game to upgrade every car you get. So you got to be really picky and choosy as to which cars you do upgrade and make sure they're good or cars that you actually need. So when you get a couple of really good live racing cars, you're going to want to level those up because you want some good live racers. You need a couple of cars to do the little daily events and stuff like that. And then there's also the event cars, which will... A lot of the events are going to cost you real money to do, so that's something you need to know. But pretty much you can find everything you need to know, or most of it, in those playlists. SBG Gaming, yes, the GR Supra can do very good at live racing if you set it up properly. Now I do have a video on it where I think I show you how to set that car up on stage 4 parts. On stage 4 only, that car is a very good live racer. It's one of my favorite cars to live race. Now, if you max it out and you try to live race it when it's maxed out, you're going to lose every race. But if you set it up the way I show you in the video I have about it, it's going to win a lot of live races. But yeah, it's overall just a really good car, and we get it for free, which is amazing. Carlos, how you doing? Nice to see you today. Thanks for coming out. Stacks Fetty, yeah, thanks for the swaps, buddy. That was fun. Hey, we got Mech in the house. What's up, Mech? Dave Benedict. Dave says, come up with strategy, race, save. Yep, that's pretty much what there is to it, for the most part. I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's a very good way to look at it. All right. You know, for example, the car I'm driving right here, it wins live races. It's not one of the best live racing cars in the world, but it does pretty decent. So this may not be one of the cars, like, let's just say you get this car. I mean, eventually you're going to need it for the Elite Tuners events, but let's just pretend you're just looking at cars for live racing in general. It's not going to be the greatest live racer, but it will do good. So if you find you have a car that's like better at live racing than something else, that's the one you want to upgrade first. You need to have like one really good live racer in this game. If you have one really good live racing car, you can get really far and earn a lot of points and keys and stuff, which is awesome. If you have a decent live racer, then you can do the same thing as well, but you won't win as many races with a decent one compared to a really good one. But I actually do have a playlist called CSR2 Live Racing Setup, and every car on that is either decent or really good at live racing. So when I do my how to drive and review videos, if the cars seem to have at least a decent live racing setup, I add that car to the live racing setup playlist. So you'll find a lot of the same cars on the how to drive and the live racing setup video, but only the ones that were okay or good at live racing made it onto the live racing setup playlist. All right, so Joe, there's one problem with the Bosch 302. If you want to make the car as fast as possible, you got to get a bunch of those elite tokens and dump those into the car. So as a new player, it might take you a little longer to max that car out and make it as fast as you need it to be compared to if you were just sticking with something like the Golf GTI. Now, once you get all the elite tokens and you max the Bosch 302 Mustang, it's probably the best tier 1 car in the game. But it's going to be harder for you to make it good due to needing the elite tokens. But yeah, it's an awesome car overall, though. It really is. Alright, so you're talking about the Prestige Cup car that's in the gold crate, the M4 G82 CLS or CSL or whatever. I'm dyslexic, so. Sometimes I get my letters and numbers backwards, but if that's the car you're asking about, yes, that car can beat Tempest without any Stage 6 parts. Max the Gamer has a video on how to set that car up to do it without the Stage 6 parts. So on Stage 5 only, that car can get through all of the Tempest races, which is awesome. So yeah, if you're able to get that and you haven't done Tempest yet, that's definitely a car you should get. You'll be very glad that you had that when you get the Tempest. It's a very strange car, but it's very good. I don't really like the way that the car drives and shifts, but it's an amazing car. So, Pappy, I don't think I would max out the M4 CLS. Just get it up to stage 5. Now, if you're doing the Prestige Cup, you might need to get at least a couple of stage 6 parts on it. But you don't necessarily need to max it out. You can set it up for live racing on partial upgrades, and you can beat Tempest on stage 5 only. So you don't need to throw any stage 6 parts on the car at all, unless you're trying to beat the Prestige Cup. Then you're probably going to need 2 or 3 stage 6 parts. Now, if you want to max it out, you can, because you can always refit it to different types of parts for different things as needed, but it's not really it's not necessary, I should say. It's worth getting and at least upgrading to stage 5. Hey, Vashel, what's going on, buddy? How are you today? Alright, crew. Great races. I need to pee, so I'm about to head to the bathroom and take a pee really fast. My bladder is yelling at me. It's rare that I make it through a live stream without having to pee, so let me go ahead and put the Be Back Soon up, and yeah, I'll be back in like probably 2 or 3 minutes. Luckily, the bathroom is right next to my bedroom, so I can just walk out of there, take a pee, then walk right back. So, yeah, see you in just a minute. All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, but we are back. Let's get back out to the live racing lobby and do some more live races. Hey, Michelle, what's going on? Do I have any tips on how to tune the Boss Mustang 302? Not really offhand. Now, I don't know what parts you have installed on it. So, one thing is you can't just copy somebody's tune always. Like, your parts do sort of determine how you have to tune the car. Now, if you watch the new tuning video I just made a couple of days ago, that will get most cars to a really amazing tune depending on which parts you have installed on them. And then every time you change parts, you may have to tune the car a little bit differently because changing parts does often change your tune. Now, one thing with the Legends cars is they've changed the way those they've changed the I can't talk all of a sudden. They have changed the way the Legends cars needed to be driven and shifted and tuned several times now. Now, they haven't messed with them for a few years, but during the first year or two that the Legends car was out, they kept changing them. Ark, you out of here? Have a great day, buddy. But after the fourth or fifth time they changed them, I just kind of stopped paying attention to the Legends cars because I was like, I'm tired of having to relearn how to drive these and shift these and tune these. But I really should start figuring the Legends cars out again and make newer update videos on them because the videos I do have on them are probably outdated. But that little boss car is actually pretty good. It's a nice little car. I like it. I like it. Just sucks that you have to elite the thing to make it as good as possible. That's the only thing that turns into a big old pain in the buttocks. So, Joel, what I'm getting at is, let's just say you have 20 fusion parts and another person has 30 fusion parts. The cars may be tuned differently. Sometimes just changing 2 or 3 fusion parts makes you need to retune the car. Hopefully that makes sense. So every time you change parts, the car often needs to be retuned. Sometimes it's only a slight tune, sometimes it's a big change. Just depends on the car. But yeah, tuning the car properly will make the car run faster. Now, tuning the parts in the correct order is one thing you need to learn as well, because tuning stuff in the correct order will make the car run faster as well. So that's where the video I made the other day really comes in handy, is helping you figure out which parts to tune in which order. So Music Rainbow, on some cars that might be true, but on a lot of cars it makes a really big difference. In my opinion, you're doing it wrong if you're not checking which one has the most and least Evo, because on some cars the difference is 2, 3, 4 tenths of a second. Now, there are some cars where it doesn't make any difference at all, but there's a lot of cars where it does. On most cars, I find that it does make a big difference. At least on most of the older cars. Now, on a lot of the newer cars, I noticed they're all tuned with nitrous to the right, final drive to the left, tires on 8 psi. But there's a lot of cars that you don't end up with that same tune on it, and a lot of those ones, it does make a huge difference. Well, there's probably like 600 and some cars in the game, so a lot of them is all I can say. I can't really remember offhand which ones do or don't because there's so many. But I'd say on a lot of cars, it makes a big difference. Especially if the car is not maxed out 100%. Alright, we'll do a couple more races, then back out to the lobby. Alright, so Eddie, there's a lot of videos on YouTube about the different cars. Due to the fact that there are so many cars in the game, that's I mean, there's probably what, 700 cars in the game now. So you just kind of have to look it up and do some research on a car before upgrading it, because there's so many, it would be impossible to tell you all the ones that are good and not good. But what to look for is how fast does it cross the finish line? What's the top speed? Is the acceleration good? And can it be set up for live racing? And does it beat the dyno time? All those play a part in making a car good or not, depending on what you're trying to do with the car. There are going to be some types of races where 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 time are really important. There's going to be some races where top speed matters. There will be some races where it matters whether or not you can beat the dyno time. And then, of course, if you're trying to live race it, you want to make sure it's got a good live racing setup as well. Melon says 690 of them are no good. Alright, Max is giving away YouTube secrets right there. I mean, CSR secrets. He says, a simple way to test for any car is to simply upgrade the tunable parts to stage 3. Add fusions. You do need to get the transmission to stage 4 though. Nitrous and tires, stage 3. Transmission, stage 4. But yeah, that's great advice, actually. But if you do go to my channel and you check on my my how to drive playlist, I got a whole bunch of different cars on playlists where I review them and show how to drive them and stuff. Now, I don't have a video for every car in the game because there's so many of them, but I do have a video for a lot of them. But sadly, there's a small percentage of the cars that are excellent. There's a lot of them that are nice, and then there's a whole bunch of them that are lousy or just not that great. I mean, there are some cars that might be unbelievably fast, but they don't live race well, or they don't beat the dyno time well. In my opinion, that means the car is really not that great overall, because there's not a lot of situations in this game where how fast you cross the finish line matters. Now, if you're playing Showdown, right, the Showdown matchmaking is not very fair, and he who crossed the finish line first wins in Showdown. So Showdown is one of the few things where how quickly you finish matters. But you will find the occasional races where 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 time is all that they care about on certain races. Or the top speed, you have to go over a certain top speed to win some races. There are some events where it doesn't matter how fast your car is, but if the car beats dyno time, you can still beat those little races. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on in this game. It's a very weird game. So SBG, if you're not spending money, I would say expect to spend about 2 years on it. Oh, wait, no. You're just talking about the one event, right? I don't really know, but if you want to beat all of the Elite Tuners races, it's going to take your average person over 2 years without spending any money. If you spend money and buy the little Elite token deals when they pop up, you can get it done pretty quickly. But how fast you're going to be able to earn the tokens to level the cars up enough, I'm not really sure. It depends on how much you play, so there's a lot of variables there. But the fastest way to earn the tokens are do the Elite Tuners events. And make sure you do a lot of Showdown races. Both of those will allow you to earn a lot of Elite Tuners parts. Now, when I started, when Elite Tuners came out, there was a bunch of Elite Customs cars already in Legends cars and stuff where... Wait, Legends cars aren't part of it, are they? Yes, they are. I don't know. I'm having a brain fart all of a sudden. But there was a bunch of cars already that had those tokens or used those tokens. Man, I can't talk all of a sudden. What happened to me? But I already had a lot of tokens saved up. We'll put it that way. When Elite Tuners came out, I had almost enough tokens saved up to max out my Supra very quickly. So it didn't take me very long to get through the Supra part of it. Now, how much time you spend doing showdowns can also determine how fast you get those tokens. Because I think if you do 500 races, you get all the prizes there. If you don't do all 500 races, you're going to earn less tokens. But yeah, it's a very time-consuming process if you're not spending money or playing the game a lot. For me, the pink tokens were the hardest ones to get. It took me forever to get all the pink tokens I needed. I never really struggled with the gold ones. I never struggled with blue or greens, but man, I had a hard time getting the pink ones I needed. But once I beat all the original Elite Tuners events and they gave me the Mark IV Supra, I think I was pretty much out of Elite tokens at that point. It took me 6 to 7 months just to finish the Mark IV Supra. Now, if you're doing the Elite Tuners events, you know, those give out a bunch of those tokens, so that helps you along the way. But once you're out of Elite Tuners events and you're not earning the tokens from it, it takes a while. It takes quite a while. So, Pappy, I don't think they're going to earn much money off of Tempest 4, which is probably why they're not making it. I think they're more concerned on adding events that will actually make them money. Like all of us seasoned players that have been around for a long time, as soon as Tempest 4 comes out, we're just going to blow through it and finish it like it's nothing. I think that's one of the reasons they're not making it. Because there's a lot of people that have been playing this game for 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 years. And they're not going to make any money off of those players by bringing out Tempest 4. So one, there's only one possible way to win every single Showdown race. And that would be have the very fastest car available for the Showdown, max it out, and then drive it better than every other player who has the same maxed out car. That's the only way possible to win every single Showdown race. Showdown matchmaking is not exactly fair. It's all about he who has the fastest car wins. It's not about matching you up against other cars that run the same time as you. It's about matching you up with whoever the heck it feels like matching you up with, even if their car is way faster than yours. So Joel says, is it important to do daily racing? So all the little daily races and stuff, I mean, they give you a bunch of prizes, parts, you get game cash for winning the races. So in my opinion, every day you should pop on there, run through as many of the little daily races. Ah, crap. Sandwiches, guys. I'm so sorry. I know you guys don't want to watch an ad, but I do daily races every day because they're easy to complete. Most of it only takes 10, 15 minutes a day to run through all the little daily stuff. And that helps you earn a lot of extra points and prizes and stuff. So yes, I think you should do them every day if you have the time. Do as many of them as you can. So do your daily stuff. When you're done with that, next time you log on, do a tank of gas or 2 on live racing. Next time you log on, run a tank of 2 on, Showdown, and bam. You can pop on in the morning for 10 or 15 minutes, do your daily stuff. Come back, a couple hours later, run a tank of gas. 2 or 3 hours later, run a tank of gas. I mean, you can split it up into 5, 10, 15-minute segments throughout the day, so you're not spending like an hour or 2 all at once doing your racing. Like, for example, back when I used to play more than I do now, I used to actually, I would wake up in the morning. As soon as I got up, I would grab my phone and I would run a tank of gas. I would get a shower, eat something, go to work, and I would always get to work early. So when I was sitting there waiting to clock in, I would usually run a tank of gas of 2. On my 15-minute break, I would run a tank of gas. On my lunch break, I would run a tank of gas. On my next break, I would run a tank of gas. Then I would get home, probably play for an hour or 2, and then run another tank of gas right before bed. So now, I find if you play a game too much, you start getting burnt out on it and getting tired of it. So I don't play as much as I used to just because I start to get burnt out on the game if I play it too much. Eddie says, thank you for the info, everybody. Man, glad you got some info you were looking for, Eddie. That is awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of knowledgeable people that come to the chat. And then, a lot of times if I see your question, I'll do my best to answer it. So any of you guys have game questions, remember, always feel free to leave a comment on one of my videos and ask, because I spend a couple of hours every day going through comments trying to answer people's questions. Sometimes I do miss them, unfortunately, but I do my best to get everybody's questions. Whiskey, how's it going? Yeah, unfortunately the Hellcat. Are you talking about the tier 3 Hellcat is one of the slowest cars in the game, so that's not a great choice. I don't think that car is going to be capable of beating Tempest, if I remember correctly. Those Hellcats look really nice, but they are the slowest tier 3 cars. So, Jason, that means that somebody who wants to swap wins in live racing, that's like the win/lose thing. So that means win one, lose one. Kind of like what we're doing here on the stream where you see us swapping races. If you see somebody who has like the recycling sign, the W/L, some little arrows going up and down, those are all symbols for, hey, I want to swap wins with you. A lot of players just like to swap instead of trying to win every live race. Now, there are some players that put that on their name and then they don't swap with you. So they either forget to pull it off or they're trying to cheat you out of wins. But normally when you get into the faster lobbies, like the 8.0 seconds or faster, most of the players who have that seem to be more legit. Music Rainbow, the Tempest, the LC500 cannot do the 0 to 60 time required for Tempest 3 Tier 4. It'll do everything else, but unfortunately, the best I've ever been able to get was 0 to 60 in 1.5, and you have to go faster than 1.3. So I don't think that's a very good choice. I don't think you'll make it through with that. But besides that, you know, if it could just hit the 0 to 60 a little bit faster, that would be the perfect car. But unfortunately, you know, it doesn't. All right, last race with Leroy. We got about 15 more minutes left on the stream, guys and gals. All right. But yeah, unfortunately, Whiskey, you may need to find a different car. P1STOL Smoker. What was that? I couldn't quite make it out before it ended. 3, 2, 1, go. The Corvette C7. I'm not 100% sure, but I know that used to be able to do it. I know they changed that car a couple of times. Like they changed the way the car tunes the way it drives and the times on that car. I'm not 100% sure if that car is still able to make it through or not. I know it used to be, but I don't know about now, honestly. Do you happen to have the Tier 3 GTI Rocket Bunny? I think that's a Tier 3 car, right? That's an excellent car for Tempest. I would have to go look through my tier 3 cars to let you know exactly which ones I recommend, but I can't remember what the 0 to 60 or 0 to 100 times are for Tempest Tier 3, unfortunately. I lost my little chart that had that on there. Which kind of sucks. Now, Amelia's LBM4, once you win that, most people get the Ford Mustang that you buy from the dealership or the BMW M4 that you buy from the dealership. And they use that for Tempest 1 and Tempest 2. And after they beat Tempest 2, they get Amelia's M4. And most people just level up Amelia's M4 and finish Tempest 3 with it. So, I mean, that's probably the easiest way to do it. I mean, what's cool about the M4 is you can buy and strip BMW M4s from the dealership to get parts. And those parts also fit on Amelia's M4. So my advice would be to just level up the Mustang. Level up the Mustang. Beat Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 with the Mustang. Use the Mustang to win Amelia's M4. And then level up Amelia's M4. But keep buying and stripping as many BMW M4s as you can. That way when you get Amelia's M4, you'll have all the parts you need to max it out quickly and beat Tempest 3 with it. That's my advice on how to do that. I should actually make a video and recommend it that way during the video, because that's probably going to be the easiest way for everybody to get through it. The easiest and the fastest right there. McKellen, how's it going? Hopefully I'm saying your name right there. Welcome back to the game. Glad you're enjoying the channel. Nice to see you on the live stream today. Very cool. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I forget if it was my turn to win or lose, so I'm just going to slow down. It's hard to read all the comments and pay attention to the game as well. I'm very bad at memories. My memory is very, very bad sometimes. That's a lot of multitasking, right? Yeah, if you have one of the slower cars, unfortunately, it's not going to do well on Tempest. I mean, Tier 5, most cars are going to be able to do it, but there are some of the slower ones that can't. So you do got to really watch out and pay attention. Hey, Comet, what's up, buddy? Awesome to see you. How's everything going? As always, thank you for being a channel member, buddy. 21 months of channel membership. Definitely appreciate that, my friend. Definitely helps the channel out a lot. Thank you. All right, one more race, then we're going to go back into the lobby and let somebody else get a chance, because we only got about 10 minutes left on the stream. Kama, yeah, it sucks you're coming at the end, but it's always good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you on the streams. What do you mean by everything in your garages and performance times? Are you just looking for like a link that shows you how fast every car in the game is? Is that what you're talking about? I'm guessing that's what you're asking for, right? You're looking for something that shows every car and how fast they are. If so, I definitely have something like that that I can share with you. It's not on a video, but yeah, there's a spreadsheet made by the Crow. I think the Crow is still working with this, but how do I... There we go. That's probably what you're looking for right there. So there's actually... The old one has stopped being updated and they're making a new one. I think I actually need to change the link in my videos because I don't know if I have the updated link on my videos or not. But yeah, the one that we've had for years, they've stopped updating it. I don't know why, but they made a brand new one and started updating that instead. I'm not sure which one is actually in my videos, so I need to double check that before I forget. Hopefully I remember to check that after the stream and make sure I plug the new link in so at least the newer videos have the correct link. Three, 2, 1, go. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely good stuff to have, good information to have. Oh no, what did I do with my headphones? I messed up my headphones. Crab sandwiches. What? I hit some sort of weird button on my Bluetooth headphones, and now it's talking to me saying, I found these results. I don't know what I just did. I must have opened like Google Assistant or something by pressing some weird buttons on the headphones. I have no clue what I just did, but all right. I have to look at the phone and see what results it found. I'm interested to see. Oh, it pulled up a set of headphones when I said headphones. Oh, that's crazy. How to fix headphones only work in one ear on PC. Yeah, that's not what I asked for. I don't know what it just did, but that's crazy. Kind of funny. I guess that middle button on my headphones opens Google Assistant. That's insane. All right. Let's go do it to it. Dave says, I do the same, Danny. Seems obvious, but running the map in morning, then live, then SD, and every during... Oh my God, I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. I'm very, very bad at reading. I can't read for crap. Being dyslexic sucks, man. Sometimes I see letters and numbers and everything all backwards. Then I got to read something like 15 times to understand it. But yeah, basically what he's saying, though, is if I try to read it out loud, it's just bad. So yeah, he does the same thing. He does a little bit here and there throughout the day. I mean, that makes life easier because it gets pretty tedious spending 2 hours, 3 hours at a time just racing, right? So doing a little bit here and there throughout the day and breaking it up into small gaming sessions is much easier. Jason. What do you mean by... Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. My dyslexia is really kicking in. I read your comment completely wrong. But those lists only tell you so much about the cars, right? They don't tell you whether or not the car is good at live racing. They don't tell you if there is a specific way to tune the cars. They don't really tell you their thoughts and opinions on the cars. But it's really good to see the top speed, the 0 to 60 time, and how fast the car finishes crosses the finish line. So those sheets don't give you every single thing you need to know about every car, but they give you a huge portion of very useful information. Now, like when I do a video for a car, I usually show how to drive it on stage 5. I show how to drive it on stage 6. I check to see if the car is good for live racing, and I usually review the car as well. So if you find my how to drive playlist on my channel, if a car you're looking for is on there, that's a good way to figure out more information about it. But if I just want to quickly figure out how fast a car is and not have to open YouTube, I can just pull up that spreadsheet and get some quick info really fast. But if I need more information than that, then I go to YouTube and I watch one of my own videos or something like that. Crazy thing is, man, there's so many cars now. Like, if I haven't driven a car in a long time, I got to pull up one of my old videos to figure out how to drive the car, because we're probably getting close to 700 cars in this game. Pappy, yes, the current milestone car is a very strange car, but it's actually very good for a lot of things. So, Lord West, I try to put out as many tunes like that as I can when new cars come out. I know maybe sometimes I miss some of the cars, but I try to get tunes and shift patterns for a lot of them. I mean, for example, I've got one for the IROC, I got one for the new Venom, I got one for the Bel Air. Most of the newer cars, I have videos on how to drive and shift and tune and review them. But like I said, I may not get to every single car just because there's always so many and there's so much game info and news I have to keep up with. But I try to get a lot of them. Jason, sorry you picked me on a bad day, man. I don't think I'm speaking well today. So if I bumble and mumble and jumble a lot. I don't usually speak so poorly. Like, I don't know, the last couple of minutes I've just been like disconnected from speaking. All right. But yeah, it's good to have you guys. So honestly, our 2 hours is just about up for the live stream. So we're going to be ending this in a couple of minutes. So if anybody has any last minute questions, go ahead and ask, because we're about to be ending this in a minute. Unfortunately, when there's like 600-700 cars, I can't remember everything about every car, but general game questions, I'll probably have some sort of an answer for you. All right, let me go back to the thingy-dingy here. The thingy-dingy. We're going back to the thingy-dingy because I think our live racing session has ended. So there we go. We are back to the thingy-dingy. And I'm going to put the ending soon screen up. Alright, Karam Games wants to know, how do I make it through the showdown to get to the prize car? Unfortunately, you have to have one of the faster cars. You need a car running in the 7.0 range, 6.8, 6.9, 7.1, 7.2. If you have a slower car, unfortunately, you're never going to make it because Showdown matchmaking is not fair. The only thing Showdown cares about is how quickly your car crosses the finish line. And if you're not driving one of the faster cars, unfortunately, you're not going to make it. So if you have one of the decent Tier 5 cars available for the Showdown and you haven't maxed out or close, you have a good chance. But if you're running one of the Tier 4 cars or the Tier 3 cars, unfortunately, the chances of making it are next to nothing unless you're crazy, crazy, crazy lucky. Let me see. Did I upgrade my Venom? I'm pretty sure I did. I believe I did upgrade my Venom F5. What is mine running? I was short a couple of parts for mine, so I don't have all the parts. David Shiv, have a great day, buddy. Stacks, yeah, man, you're welcome, bud. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys coming out. So my F5 is running about 11.2s. Yeah, maybe next Sunday we'll run the Venom F5 Roadster in the 11.2 lobby. Max, yeah, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you coming out. Karam Game says mine runs 8.0. Now, I don't know if the car does... I'm not really sure which car you're talking about. Are you talking about the Venom F5? Or your Showdown car? If you have an 8.0 car in the Showdown, you have a small chance of maybe making it. So this is my advice if your car is running 8.0. Race a little bit today. And when the car gets stuck and it starts losing every race, stop. Come back tomorrow. Race a little bit tomorrow. When it gets stuck, stop. Come back tomorrow. When it gets stuck, stop. Come back tomorrow. And every day you should gain a few more trophies and be able to progress just a little bit more. And if you're really lucky, you might be able to make it through. But they don't really make the showdowns fair, in my opinion. Jason's about to start the Harkness Challenge. Just don't rush through it, buddy. Make sure your car is more than fast enough to race Harkness because you don't want to lose. You don't want to be like, oh, my car is just barely fast enough, let's do it. And then you have a bad shift and you lose the car or something, right? In my opinion, make sure your car is running at least half of a second faster than Harkness before you race him. Melon says on the last day you might get lucky with an 8.0 car. That's quite possible. But when you got so many cars running 7 seconds or faster on this particular showdown, that does make it hard. I'm actually amazed that they allowed this many cars to be in the showdown. That is a lot of freaking cars. I mean, there's what, 13 or 14 tier 5 cars? I'm not even sure why they have the tier 3 or tier 4 cars allowed in there because they're not going to make it. That's the thing that doesn't make sense. So why bother to put them in there if they don't stand a chance? That's what I don't understand. So let's let people use some crappy cars and, well, yeah. You know what I mean? Doesn't make sense, guys. Doesn't make sense to me. Let's put some cars running, 12.0 up against the cars running 6.8s and 6.9s. I mean, why? Why? It's like CSR, you're drunk. Oh well, what can you do, I guess? What can you do, I guess? Alright, let me see what's going on here in my crew really fast. Let me check out what kind of respect points my crew is earning. Usually I don't look at this till the end of the season, but... I'm going to check it out today. Yeah, most everybody right now has 1 million or close to 1 million, which is pretty good. There's a lot of people hitting 700,000 and 800,000. There's a few people that need to step it up a little bit, but most people in my crew are doing pretty good. Anyways, guys, I think our stream time is up, so I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by and watching my videos and hanging out with me. You guys are amazing. I got to get going. So lightning out. Have an awesome day. You guys are amazing. Catch you guys later. See ya.